Hey everybody, welcome to Go for Green Living. My name is Daniel. And this is living off grid on a small solar system, advantages and disadvantages, and little hacks, life hacks, that you need to be able to do it. Because who can afford $20,000, $30,000 on a solar system if you're going to homestead? I mean, you need to be, some of us can, but most of us can't. So here's some life hacks that you can do that'll get you there. Which I got to tell everybody, at the end, I'm announcing something new, something incredible, something that should have been thought of a long time ago, and but this is at the end, so you got to wait till the end to hear about that. But now, needless to say, living on a small solar system, you're not going to have enough power. You're not gonna, no matter what you do, you're not going to have enough power. You're going to run out of power, and in that case, I would choose a good set of batteries. I would spend a little more on batteries because if you're going to get a small solar system, the better the batteries, the longer they're going to last you. So that's what your choice is there. But now, you can start doing things to change things around a little bit to successfully live on the solar system comfortably. On a small one, like you can install an instantaneous hot water heater. A propane instantaneous hot water heater. True, you're going to have to go get propane, but hey, you got hot water. Whenever that spigot comes on, you got hot water, and which is another subject in its own, is the well. Now the well, for my system, that's the biggest thing that I run is the well, and with the Edison batteries that I have. They run. It can run pretty easily. It runs the well pretty easily, but I have to have a certain amount of voltage, and it has to be a certain part of the day and stuff like that. But then I can run it all day long. So during the daytime, I can run anything I want to, because it on a sunny day, because it's producing enough power to sustain everything that I have. So I can turn on every light in the house. Turn on the washing machine, just whatever I wanted to do during the daytime, and I got plenty of power. It's at night, and the battery bank size, that really gets you, because you don't have enough battery bank to last through the night. So if you watch TV all night, you're probably going to run out of power, and watch a movie or two, turn off everything, only use lights, you'll be okay, because you are running a freezer, and that's another thing right there is I have a whole list of stuff here, of items to help you live on a small solar system. Now, a freezer, an efficient freezer, chest freezer, not the upright. When you open an upright door, all your cold air falls out, so they're not very efficient. But a chest freezer can actually keep its temperature for about 3 days when no power. And days like today, the sun was just out just a minute ago, but today's like today when it's cloudy and overcast. If I was to run my freezer all day, I would be running out of power. Now, living on a small solar system, you could do it by doing everything during the day. Take your showers during the day, wash your dishes during the day, whatever you got to do during the daytime, you can do that. But rainy days, cloudy days like this that last 3 days in a row, you aren't going to be able to do that. So another item that I suggest having is a generator. At any time, you can put a couple of dollars worth of gas in your generator and just crank it up, and you got power. I could run it all day, 24/7 for about $6 a day, and if I wanted to, I don't do it, but because I have another option, in which another thing is oil lamps, and I love my oil lamps. I can go right down to the bottom of down to the convenience store and buy kerosene, $3.99 a gallon. So there you go. I can just fill up my oil lamps, and I have quite a few of them around the house, strategically placed around the house. The chickens are chasing each other. But strategically placed around the house, so it lights up every room in the house, and so it's really nice, and I enjoy my oil lamps, and actually doing stuff under oil lamps because I, feel like doing it. Now, we have a wood stove, and it's a wood cooker stove where you actually has an oven and eyes and everything. That saves power, but we also have a propane stove, and that stays power. But when we're heating with the wood cooker, it's going, so you might as well use it to cook with, to heat up water, and to do all that. It's all about changing the way you think about things. Now, if you're going to do something, do it the best you can, right? So, like I said, Krista was the master of this. When she had the wood cooker on, she was cooking breakfast, cooking bread, cooking lunch, had water on for boil, washing dishes. Really awesome. I was always really impressed by that. And that's another thing. Using for wood heat. You can use propane heat, and of course you just got to buy the propane, no big deal. Now this is the moment you've been waiting for, and this is my new announcement. It's a new charge controller. And I don't know why nobody's ever thought of this before, but it's a charge controller that it's going to come in from my solar panel. It's going to come in. It's going to charge my Edison batteries, my lower bank of batteries. And then, of course, with our charge controllers, you have a dump option where when you're full on those batteries, it'll send it someplace else. And that happens to me every single day, the power. The sun's out. My batteries are full. It just stops working. I'm going to put a charge controller on there so that when it's full, it'll send the power to someplace else. And here's the thing for another small solar system. It's going to instead of just dumping that power or sending it to a hot water heater, it's going to charge another battery bank. I'm going to send it to another battery bank. And so when the excess power is full, it's going to send it right to the next battery bank. And it's going to be dual charge controllers right together. So it'll be come from one once it stops dumping. The reason you got to have another charge controller in there is because you got to control how much voltage is in there. But then you're still going to have the dump section, which I don't think you're going to need, but we'll see. But then after it charges the top bank, then it'll switch and it'll charge the bottom bank, and then I have two battery banks of batteries to help me. So the charge controller will charge one battery bank, and then it'll swap and charge the other battery bank. That's incredible. That's exactly what small solar systems need. And if I can figure it out, I'll swap it so that when it detects low voltage, and then the solenoid will swap over and swap the battery banks the same way, just like a transfer switch. A transfer switch in a way, so without the great expense of money. So, but anyway, that's what I'm trying to do, is figure out things for us, to help us, to save us money, and I believe it's working. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll catch you on the next video. Anna, baby, I love you. I miss you so much. 43 days without you it's hurting my heart, baby. All right, guys. Oni Ove Ocha means I love you in Hebrew. Later, guys.